Alright, so I am super tired, but I just have to make this video before I go to sleep. To God be the glory. Out of all 6 of my kids, all 6 of them got saved. And even my coworker, he said he was saved 75%. Now we're believing God for the full 100. He just don't know it yet. And he even said that, he would not mind going to church with me. He's looking forward to it. Tonight, I basically took my children to a walkthrough of the realm of reality of what they face every single day. I'm not going to get too much into what the 99 actually is. I really encourage you guys to go see it. I believe they're here for 2 more days between the hours of 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. I believe tomorrow and Sunday off of Union Road. Look it up, Google it, Yahoo, whatever you got to do. You need to be there as a parent, and you need to be there as a child, youth, young adult, indifferent. Your life will never be the same. Your child's life will never be the same. And I just want to encourage everybody who believe they're called for ministry, do the work. And I don't mean the work that people can see when you're in church behind the 4 walls at the pulpit. I mean the work beyond the 4 walls, the work beyond the church that people do not see, that you will never get acknowledged for. That's where real ministry is. And I'm just so grateful that I'm not afraid. God knows I'm not afraid to lose my job. But I thank God for giving me favor on my job, because normally when you try to mix religion with social services, it could be a catastrophe. But I called every last single parent. I told them what it was about. I told them everything. I told them the truth. I didn't hide anything. These kids willingly gave their life to Christ. They wasn't forced. I didn't do nothing. All I did was took them there, and I allowed them to have the experience. And God truly did something totally amazing. These kids came up to me and said, "Miss Christina, thank you so much for bringing me here. I really want to change my life." And it wasn't a joke. Like, you could see it wear and tear on a heart. My one child couldn't even explain what was going on with her. She specifically said, "I feel like my heart is aching. I feel something pulling on my heart." I knew it was God. I don't care what nobody say. God was tugging on that girl's heart, and she's going through a lot right now. One of the kids that were murdered on Shirley was her cousin. So I can only imagine what she's going through right now. And, it's time for us as a people, whether, we're operating in full-time ministry, part-time ministry, whatever, go beyond the 4 walls. These kids need us, They need us so much like never before. They want somebody to invest in them. They want somebody to spend time with them. They want somebody to love on them and look past where they are currently and just take them where they're supposed to go. So I really encourage you all to really, really, really try to get to the event, the 99 on Union Road. I believe they're here until Sunday from the hours of 7 p.m. to 11. I'm not even going to get into detail. But if you really believe that you want something more, your child needs something more, I really encourage you to take your children there, because I'm going to tell you something. We can have all the programs, all we want, but without Christ as their foundation, they would never know who they truly are, and that's real. They would never know who they really are. Christ needs to be at the foundation of their identity, their integrity, their character. They need to know who Christ is. And the more we push Jesus, not basically out of our mouth, but by the life we live, the more souls we can save. People are tired of hypocrites. They tired of people speaking the word one day and they twerking and carrying on the next day. Now, I ain't here to condemn nobody, because it used to be me. But what I am saying is that we need to rise to the point of realizing that the purpose that God placed in our lives is bigger than our desires. And we learn how to sacrifice what we want to give God what he needs. Then in turn, he will give us the desires of our heart once again, and it will be well worth it. And one of my soul desires is for people to live beyond their pain, to see the other side of their testimony. Because if I would have successfully committed suicide, guess what? I would not be here right now to be able to share my story, to be able to impact and impart into other lives. So I encourage you out there, young woman, young man, whatever you're called to do, do not allow your current situation to stop you from going after what God has called you to do. We all have trials. We all have tribulations. We all have things that we go through. Understand that. But for every pain there's a plan. And for every mess, there's a message. And for every test, you better believe me when I tell you there is a testimony, because it is for somebody else to aid them in their deliverance. And guess what? If you never went through anything in life, how would you be able to tell somebody how to get out? How would you be able to give them a strategy on how to make it through? How would you be able to tell them how to pray with no food on your table? How to serve God with no roof over your head, and you're sleeping on the floor and people don't even know it? Y'all better come on here, somebody. So I really want to encourage you all to go out and change the world, because guess what, beloved? You are a world changer. Now, I'm tired. Now, y'all pray for my strength. I'm about to take my butt to bed. I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to bed. But I love you all, and y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for the city of Buffalo. Y'all pray for the state of New York. Y'all pray for every state, every country, every continent. Pray outside of yourself. I love you. Be blessed.